Hello and welcome to WNST TV. I'm Ken Zales of Fans Fantasy Football with your fantasy football tips of the week. This week we have the start of the NFL season, and the NFL gave us a little gift for the fantasy world. We have Indianapolis playing against New Orleans. Neither defense is any good, so start all your normal starters. I would look for Dallas Clark and even Eric Johnson, the tight end for New Orleans, to get into the act this week. All the normal starters, the Harrisons, the Waynes, the Colstons, the Bushes, the Adides, they should all be in your lineups this week. Some other guys that you may want to consider that maybe not normally you would put in your lineup, but Brett Favre and Steve McNair have really great matchups this week. I'm not a big Steve McNair guy as far as the fantasy world goes, but the secondary of the Cincinnati Bengals is absolutely horrible. They're beat up, they're young. I think he's going to take advantage of those of that team on Monday night. You also look, Fred Taylor has a great matchup. I know he shares carries with Maurice Jones-Drew and also to an extent Greg Jones near the goal line, but he has a great matchup against Tennessee. He tore them apart last year for over 200 yards combined in the two games, so I look for him to have a real good week. Other guys you may want to consider this week: Kevin Curtis, wide receiver Philadelphia; Wes Welker, wide receiver for New England. I think he's going to have a real big year, so I'm high on him. Also love Plaxico Burress this week. He's a little bit banged up. He hasn't practiced a whole lot, so watch the injury report. But otherwise, he's got a great matchup against a Dallas secondary that just cut Aaron Glenn. Has Terrence Newman a little bit banged up, so that may be a good spot too. Some really sleeper guys that you may want to consider this week: Matt Schaub from Houston has a real nice matchup. Kansas City is just god-awful this year. Both sides of the ball, I don't think they're going to be that good. It's a 4-win team, in my opinion. So I look for him at home, first start, new team. I think he's going to get off on the right foot. I also love Lamont Jordan. I think the fantasy world is really undervaluing him this year. I like him this week against Detroit. The wide receivers I really like. Excuse me. The wide receivers I really like. Keep an eye on Jacoby Jones out of Houston. I'm on record on a couple of the shows on the radio, as well as my website, fansfantasyfootball.com, as saying that Jacoby Jones is going to be this year's Marcus Colston. He's not going to be as obscure because he had some really big exhibition weeks the last 2 weeks where he scored 3 total touchdowns, 1 on a punt return. But look for him. They say he's the number 3. He's not the number 3. He'll be the number 2 in Houston, and look for him to be a really nice complement to Andre Johnson on the outside. As far as some locks of the week, if you do some lock pools, suicide pools, love Seattle over Tampa Bay. I like Dallas over the Giants at home, and I also think St. Louis takes care of Carolina at home. Other than that, good luck. If you need any advice during the week, I'm on every Friday with Rob Long, and also can be reached at the website, fansfantasyfootball.com. Good luck, and here we go with the season. I'll be here every week.